In my video talking about Sony's crusade towards fanservice video games, I've talked about how the console market is dying at the moment in Asia due to the rise of PC gaming and mobile gaming, two gaming platforms that are cheaper, more convenient, and in some ways more advanced than its console counterparts. At least the PC is more advanced. I said in that video that the PC gaming market and the mobile gaming market are going toe-to-toe in terms of popularity, and what do you know? I was correct, or at least in Southeast Asia, I was correct. Now here's the thing that you need to be aware of when you're talking about a growing market like the mobile. Sure, the mobile market is growing, but the problem with that is the market is incredibly competitive. People are probably only going to play 1 or 2 mobile games at most. It's going to be really difficult for people to switch into other mobile games unless if they got tired with their current favorite mobile games, or if those mobile games are pulling off some really stupid moves with their business decisions or gameplay changes. So when game developers are trying to capitalize into the popularity of the mobile market, they really need to understand the audiences that they're going to attract when developing their games. While mobile gaming is pretty broad in terms of its audiences, you still need to have your own niche. You still need to have a target audience who will definitely buy your game. Unfortunately, this is a memo that none of the people at Blizzard got. Blizzard, if you guys don't know, is the game company behind Diablo, StarCraft, Warcraft, its MMO counterpart, and their most popular game as of late, Overwatch. This gaming company is so big and popular that they have their own convention called BlizzCon when they announce upcoming games and future content for already existing titles. One of the games being announced for the future is the next installment of Diablo titled Diablo Immortal. Now, people have been really anticipating for years for another Diablo game to come out, but this trailer for Diablo Immortal wasn't really received well. In fact, I can safely say that it has an incredibly poor reception on both the gameplay trailer and the cinematic trailer. Why is that, you might ask? Well, it's very simple actually. This game is going to be for mobile. You can get this game on Google Play and Apple's App Store when it's released. So years and years of waiting for another proper Diablo game, and what the fans got instead is a very similar move that EA pulled with Command & Conquer. And this, ladies and gentlemen, highlights a massive misunderstanding and disconnect between the developers who developed this game and the audiences that they attract. Now here's the thing, Blizzard has developed a successful mobile game before, and that is Hearthstone. Hearthstone is very successful on mobile because it's pretty much a direct port of the already successful PC version of the game. A lot of people know Hearthstone, and even my friends play Hearthstone in both mobile and PC. But the reason why Hearthstone is so popular in the mobile market is because it's a port of the already successful PC version. If Diablo Immortal is announced to be a PC game and a proper next installment for the Diablo franchise, I think people wouldn't have been angry about it. But evidently, you have tons and tons of people at BlizzCon booing the developers.
The current plan is to be on mobile, both Android and iOS. We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC.
And then you have this guy being a hero that we all need at this point.
Hey, just was wondering, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
Oh man, that was brilliant. And that pretty much sums up the reaction that a lot of Diablo fans have with this game. What the hell is Blizzard doing? Diablo fans have been asking for a proper Diablo game ever since the third one really disappointed them. Although Reaper of Souls managed to win the heart of a lot of Diablo fans back, it's one expansion pack too late. Diablo at this moment is not really doing well with the fans, so the best way to win their hearts over is to release a game in a platform that they're not playing?
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
Yes, we do have phones. We just don't game on them, or at least I don't play games on the Play Store. I do play Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey on mobile with a Nintendo DS emulator, but aside from a Nintendo DS emulator, I ain't playing anything on my Twitter browsing hentai database communication device. Oh, speaking of hentais, if you want me to talk more about hentais, you can support me on Patreon for just $1 a month, link down below. Also, huge thanks to my new patrons, Serk, Joshua, and Brian. You guys are fantastic. Anyway, let's get back to Diablo Immortal. All the hate for Diablo Immortal is primarily caused by Blizzard not announcing any mainline Diablo game for the PC, or the next-gen consoles if you play Diablo in there for some reason. The fact that this game is on mobile shows that whoever is in charge with the Diablo franchise right now doesn't understand what their core audiences wanted. They don't want a mobile game, they just want a proper Diablo title on PC, something that they haven't gotten as of late. So why do you have to announce a game that people will definitely boo on stage. Whoever is in charge of Diablo doesn't understand why this game will fail, so let me explain to them. You built your fan base for this game mainly on the PC. For the record, I love the first two Diablo games. They're two good old PC games that I used to play in my notebook when I was in middle school because it's an incredibly low-spec game that can run on anything, and it's awesome. Diablo 3 was incredibly disappointing for me because the always online error 37 BS and the gameplay that was just not as substantial. That was at the year where people keep recommending me Torchlight 2 as an alternative, and my god, I freaking love Torchlight 2. It's the Diablo game that is better than the newer Diablo game. I'm not really like a huge fan of Diablo, but I do love their games, and you can say that I am one of the many potential audiences for this game. But I don't play mobile games. The games that I play on mobile are, like I said, Nintendo DS games using an emulator like Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey or Chrono Trigger. If I hear Diablo, I expect a proper PC dungeon crawling game, and there is a market for that, but there isn't a market for a Diablo game on the mobile. Is there a market for a dungeon crawling game on mobile? Sure. Are they going to be interested in a Diablo dungeon crawling game when they're too busy playing other dungeon crawling games? No. And especially if the game that we're talking about is pretty much a reskin of the other game from the same developer. The mobile market right now is overpopulated. It's a really damn competitive market. There are so many ideas being tried on mobile that you really need to be creative in order to pull off a successful mobile title. Piggybacking on the success of the Diablo franchise is not going to work. You're gonna piss off the fan base and you're not gonna invite more people into your game. All you have is a Diablo game on mobile, which, considering how diverse and creative the mobile gaming market really is right now, it's not a really good selling point. And we're not even getting to the microtransaction side. I don't know how exploitative the microtransaction of this game will be. In the IGN article, Blizzard's Wyatt Chang responded with this:
I don't think mobile should be a dirty word. When it came to looking at making a new Diablo game, and this opportunity to partner with NetEase to make this, the technology is there, where our mobile phones are more powerful than ever, and they're capable of top-tier gaming experiences.
Okay, just because mobile gaming is getting more and more powerful doesn't mean that you should develop your next Diablo game on mobile. Yes, most if not all Diablo fans or people who like Diablo probably own a smartphone, but they don't game on the smartphone, and they certainly won't play a Diablo game on the smartphone. They want to play a Diablo game on PC. Sure, the current smartphone has the technology to bring high-end games, but you're making a game for a fan base that don't really play on the smartphone. It shows a fundamental lack of understanding on the market that you are trying to hit. Trust me when I say that I know the mobile audiences very well, and they're way too busy playing other games when you release this one. And best of all, you don't have to trust me. I think you all need a visual representation of people's interest in this game. This is a perfect visual representation. Look at that. No, seriously, look at that. Look at the number of people who are interested to play this game. This is an event full of people who are loyal fans of your product. You make a game that deviates from their expectations, and you have booing and people asking if this is an April Fool's joke, and if they're not doing that, they're not going to visit your booth. You can try to defend this game as much as you want. You can say that this game is designed to be a bit more mainstream, we're just following the current trend, and if you don't like the game, you don't have to play it, but this antagonizing attitude will piss people off to the point where none of them are going to buy the game. You already alienated your entire fan base, so who else is gonna buy this game? The market will decide. In fact, the market has already spoken. Zero interest in this game, and you can just look at it through these sad and depressing pictures. And now we get into the hot takes. I mean, good God, the hot takes are off the charts with this one. Here's a good example.
Here's a hot take. The people that bash on mobile gaming are an offshoot of toxic masculinity. They get off on hating something that they have traditionally associated with a heavily female audience.
Wow. I mean, wow. Call Reed Richards, because I don't think he is capable of having this level of reach. Do you know why people associate mobile games with women? Because they play very simple match 3 games like Candy Crush. I have the data right here. They don't associate women and mobile gaming with games like, say, Mobile Legends. Most of the women who play mobile games that I know of are playing very casual, very simple mobile games. Also, the people who bash mobile games are not bashing them because there are more women playing mobile games. They're bashing them because mobile games are notorious for their microtransactions, pay-to-win BS that a lot of people don't get when playing full-price games on more advanced gaming platforms. mostly don't get. That and mobile is just not a good platform to use to play more advanced type of games. People prefer the comfort of the mouse and keyboard or the controller when playing certain video games, especially when those games are more advanced in those platforms. Mobile games are surely getting more and more advanced, but they're not gonna be as advanced as their PC gaming or console gaming counterpart.
What a lot of people don't consider is that mobile hardware has finally caught up in specs to the software that's being developed. Mobile is very much a viable platform for resource-intensive games like Diablo.
Okay, one, just because mobile games are capable of running more resource-intensive games doesn't mean that you should make a Diablo game on it. And two, you don't play Diablo games on mobile. You just don't.
Everyone that's complaining about the Diablo on mobile announcement, take a step back and realize how crappy you sound as a gatekeeper to the franchise.
Gatekeeper to the franchise. Dude, I can tell you for sure that women who play mobile games are not gonna be interested with this one. Women who grew up playing Diablo and loving Diablo are not gonna be interested with this one. We're giving out criticisms and telling developers why and how this game will fail. But your response to our criticisms is, oh, you're just gatekeeping and preventing newcomers to come in. I don't even get the logic behind this one, but since no one in the development team are listening at all, enjoy those empty booths.
Putting Diablo on mobile is a super smart decision by Blizzard. Seeing the success they've had with Hearthstone on mobile, they know the potential of that audience.
Oh my god. Like I said, Hearthstone is a trading card game that is successful on the PC, and the reason why it's successful on the mobile is because the mobile version is a direct port. You are completely off if you compare the game to this Diablo mobile game. You might notice a little bit of trend when you go on Twitter and find these really hot takes. A lot of these verified users defending the new game are game journalists and industry insiders, people who are supposed to represent the interests of the consumers, but they're not. They're there to shill. They're there to defend Blizzard committing such lazy hack job of a game. What makes it worse is that Blizzard is aware of your criticisms. They know about the ratio, they know about the negative reception, but instead of trying to fix the game, they're trying to hide any sorts of criticisms and even delete their videos or unlisted them and re-upload it to reset the ratings, as if that's going to work. Stop hiding from criticisms, Blizzard. Everyone is airing their comments on this. Everyone is making videos on this. Everyone is letting people know about their concerns. The more and more you hide from it, people will lose faith to you as a company. They're gonna move on from Diablo to other better dungeon crawling games. To sum up, can anyone blame Diablo fans for being incredibly disrespectful towards Blizzard or anyone who is responsible for this hack job of a game? This product is downright insulting to the fans. This product screams, we don't care what the fans want. All we care about is to follow the current trends without understanding what makes it trendy in the first place. Also, to make tons and tons of money because, you know, the mobile gaming market is trendy, right? Trust me when I say that I know the mobile gaming demographic very well. I have family members who are mobile gamers. I have friends who are mobile gamers. I know what they want. I know what they're looking for. I can say with absolute certainty that they're not looking for Diablo Immortal when Mobile Legends or Fate Go or any other mobile games are still dominating the market. And since the Diablo fans are not asking for a mobile game, the final question for today is, who is the target demographic for Diablo Immortal? Ponder on that for a second, Blizzard, or anyone who is responsible for this lazy hack job.